Hello, my solar addicted friends. EG4 has a new app out, the EG4 Connect app out, and you need to download it and load it up because it's pretty cool looking. Let's take a look at the screen here. I have an AC coupled array. At the top, we can see it's producing 270 watts, which is not a lot because it is cloudy today. If I tap on that, we get detail. Anything you tap on, you should get more detail. This blue icon is the grid icon. I'm not using the grid or sending any energy to the grid. So it's showing 0 watts. Below that, we have the pink icon or purple consumption, 530 watts going to my home from my master. If I tap on the green, that is the battery. And we can scroll down and see all of our battery details, state of charge, voltage. And then if we tap on the upper left, there's my detail on my PV array. And then if I tap at the top right, it says detail. We get a detail screen. You tap on any one of the squares at the top and it'll jump to whatever you were looking for. Here's our consumption number from our master. If I tap on solar, it goes to my solar number from my master. If I tap on battery, get the battery detail that we were used to from the previous app and from the online portal. And if we tap on grid, we can see once again, I'm not using the grid right now. I am running grid as backup. So if you tap simple at the top, you would get back to the original screen. And I think it's a great screen because you can actually see quickly what you need to know, what your battery state of charge is, how much PV you're getting in, what energy is going to your house, or if you need to check on something for your grid connection without actually flipping through a bunch of things or scrolling around. And it's a decent size, so it's visually easy to see. So here's a few more things I'd like to point out. One, right off the bat, I have an AC coupled array, as you can see at the top center. And if I tap on what should be grid, it says I have a generator, which I do not have. And right now that should be zeros because I'm not sending anything to them or receiving anything from the grid. And it should say grid, not generator. So if you have an AC coupled array, this is one of the things that they need to solve. It's causing the grid to show up as a generator. Don't freak out if you see that. Also wanted to point out that the grid showing up as generator anomaly only seems to happen on occasion. Sometimes I'll open it up and it'll be on grid, which it should be because I don't have a generator. And then sometimes it'll be generator and not grid. Also notice if I switch between my group A to my master, on the master I'm going to get generator, seems like. If I go to my slave, which is my FlexBoss 21, it shows up as grid. If I go to group A, it shows up as a generator, just like the master. If I go to grid boss, it shows up as grid. So don't freak out if you see that. It only seems to happen with folks that have AC coupled arrays. Right now, mine is not producing anything, but that's something you should be aware of. If you have AC coupled array, it might kind of throw you off a bit. We're going to get into some of the things at the bottom. I want to point out first, we've got the gear at the bottom right is what most of y'all are probably going to be looking for. Any settings that you need to change, you're going to do it in here. At the top, system, that shows all the inverters or grid boss that you have connected, and you can add and subtract from there. The operating modes, you have basically 3. I only want to use the grid if it's absolutely necessary. So I've used the bottom one, off grid only. Now you're going to notice that you can't find an off grid mode toggle like we used to have. That's what you're going to want to use. At the top, we have time of use. You could schedule when you want to peak shave and try to zero out your bill. Self-consumption is similar to my off-grid only. Think it would interact with the grid more than the off-grid only. I haven't tried it. But let's go back to the page before for system settings. If you needed a smart port to set up, like I have my AC coupled array, this is where you would have that set up. There it goes. Now you could set up, if I needed to add one, you could add a device here. I only have one smart port set up, and that's for my AC coupled array on smart port 1. And then we would get to advanced settings, which is probably what most of y'all are going to be looking for. This is where you would set up if you're in parallel or not, if you have a grid bus or not, if you're sharing battery or not and have separate battery tanks. And you set up your phases as well. Below that, we have PV settings. You can set up input voltage floor, which is your startup voltage on your PV arrays. Below that, we've got grid settings, and then also system settings is the one that a lot of you are going to be looking for. This is where you would determine if you're running on state of charge or by voltage, and at what percentage you cut off, what type of battery you have, what's the manufacturer for communication. Go back, we've got firmware updates and update your firmware. So let's get into some of the other features that the new app has. One of the things I want to cover is going to be the quick charge feature that we had gotten used to. The little plus sign on the screen here, once you tap that, there's that quick charge. You can start a quick charge and do a quick charge there. If you're commissioning a system, you would use the second button from the bottom left, tap on that, and this is where you would commission your site. You tap commission and follow the prompts from there. Then after that, we would have the graphs, okay, that you have to first choose what you want to see a graph on. If I click on the grid bus, we're just going to get some information on the grid bus details, you know, your frequency, things like that. But if you want to see a graph, you're going to tap on your master, which is mine is the 18 kPV, and you could make it go by day. This is my day so far, and it shows a graph of what I want to see. There's the battery. Tap on solar, I get solar. If I tap on grid, we should see nothing because I'm not using it. And then if we wanted to compare, we would toggle the compare, and then we would tap which ones we want to see. So let's go with solar and battery. Undo that one, go to solar. And we can change the day by using the little arrows here. That was yesterday. And then we go back again, and we have one more thing, and this is the new chat feature. So I had someone ask me about, does it work with the 3K inverter from EG4? So I went ahead and used the chat feature, and I got this response saying that it does work as long as you're using the dongle for your connection. And it turns out the guy wasn't doing that, so it didn't really help him. Let's get back to the home screen. Also, I wanted to point out below the graphic at the top, below that, you can see we have SP1 with a little energy icon or lightning bolt. So that means it's actually working. And if I tap on it, we could see how much total energy I'm getting from SP1. And it's 2.7, but actually it's only showing 423 watts at the top here because most of it's probably going to the slave and not the master. And when you're on the parallel group A, it's going to show what the master shows. Another issue we're having is when you first start the app, it doesn't show the power flow right away. So there you go. Opened up the app, didn't start the power flow right off the bat until I swipe down. And that's something else that they got to work out. So when you first open the app, you might have to swipe down to actually get the most current data that's available. Overall, it's a nice looking app. I think it's an improvement over the last app. I think it's easier to read the numbers. And I know they're going to work on the things that are wrong with it. It's already in progress. And hopefully soon they'll come out with the update that will solve the obvious things that we've run into. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm, and I'd really appreciate it. Trying to grow the channel, and I could use your help. Please let me know in the comments if you see any other issues with the app. I'm in contact with EG4, and I'd be happy to pass it on. The only way we can solve problems if we know about them. So please let me know in the comments if you see any other issues with the app. I'll be sure to transfer that information to EG4 in a more expedited fashion.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed our video.